another few more settings to do there before we went live, but instead of which we have just done it. So at this present moment in time, you're going to see me looking at my TV screen, and that is simply because I am actually setting up a server for a game. But I was kind of meaning to... That'll do. I was kind of meaning to go through like maybe another setting, but as we're live now, I've got to just deal with it. So let's take that down to that, yeah. Easy. 1918. And yeah, I think that's it. Create. Sweet. Right. 1 second. Cool. Right, so I've just got this server set up. It's going to roll over itself now, so I can actually just sit there. You have my undivided attention now. Yes, it is Verdun. Adam, how's it going, man? Hope you're doing good. I was just about to ring you, actually. We've got a server on. Matt's going to be joining us in just a second, so yeah. So you should hop on that. We're in Saint Miguel. Fucking, I don't know. These whole French town names. I can't do the pronunciation. Yeah, the server's all up. I just gotta let it run over for a minute and wait for Matt to join and everything, and just do this live stream at the same time. But anyway, people, I know there's gonna be a lot of people like pre-watching this and whatnot. But basically, we're gonna be talking about real, keeping stuff real. People want real, and what I mean by that is, let's think about it for a second. So you got people that want more realistic video games. You got people that want more realistic content on YouTube. You know, more realistic VR. It just goes on. You want more real people in your life, everything like that. So, you know, you've got this whole thing of people just wanting real, and I think a lot of the time we're surrounded by such fake stuff. You know, just the fakest of the fake, and that is kind of annoying because, like, you know, you look on like YouTube, you look at some of these creators and these content makers and stuff, and they are just living in this like fantasy land of, you must have more money, you must have this, you need a big car, you need a big property, you need a fucking big house, you need this, you need that. You don't need any of that stuff to live, like, you really don't, but you're just being told that you do need that stuff. And in reality, you don't need that stuff. How's it going, Alex? Nice to hear from you, bro. And you know, you don't need that stuff. You know, and that's what you're being sort of made to think every time you turn on your phone and you're flicking through Facebook. I actually gave up Facebook because I couldn't take the fakeness of it. I couldn't take how just all over the place, all up and down Facebook was, and I kind of just felt really shit about everything, you know. I couldn't take the fact that I was always a million miles away of what was going on in America, what was going on here, what was going on there, you know, and I needed to know what was going on right in front of me at this one specific time, not what's going on a million miles away, you know. Well, probably America's not like a million miles away, but you get my meaning. You know, I needed to see what was in front of me, living in the present moment, because living in the present, it's a gift. That's why they call it the present, because you're here, you're in the present, you're right here, right now. I'm right here, right now. I've got my inhaler in my hand, you know. But when you're flicking through Facebook, you are literally just like my best impression. You're so far away, and then I always felt like when I would come out of watching like a Facebook video or an Instagram reel or something like that, you know, I just felt like numb. I felt like this literally like that, like a deer in headlights, I think they call it. You know, that's how I felt, like a deer in the motherfucking headlights. I just, yeah. Hold on. Let me just see the comments. Alex says that's true. Hell yeah, it is, man. Nothing but truth, nothing but realism on this channel. Adam Smith says, can't say it better, man. You know how it is, keeping shit real, bro. Chantel says, good day, mate. How are you going? crap, lol. Alex. Nice, nice, nice. That's amazing. Wait, okay, let's just, yeah, that'll sort itself out. Sorry about that, people. Um, but, you know, it almost goes the same route as, like, because I was watching, like, Joe Weller's Waffling. I don't know if you guys are familiar with, like, Joe Weller. It was like a, yeah, I was going to say semi-famous, but actually he's quite famous. He's a famous YouTuber over here in the UK, and he is very much on this content of keeping stuff real. Like whenever you watch his like videos and so on and so forth, you always feel like you're in the room with his boys. You always feel like you're there, you're participating in the conversations. I always end up laughing out loud because of the stuff. You're like you're down with the boys, you know? And I like that because that's why Wafflin's podcast is so different to like let's say Joe Rogan's podcast, because Joe Rogan, he's one of the best podcasters there is, but he just goes his podcasts are so deep that you really have to have your mind like ready for like the wave of information and the wave of knowledge that's going to come your way. And sometimes when you're listening to Joe Rogan, you can just kind of get a bit lost. As well as when I'm like listening to Joe Weller, I find that I'm laughing, I'm having a good time, I'm cracking up because they're talking about real stuff that affects day to day, everyday people, you know? It's like, oh my god, my stock market, oh, like, was so over the place, all over the place. I lost about 35 million fucking dollars the other day. Who the fuck's gonna relate to that? Like, who the fuck's gonna relate to that? Like, but when he's sat there and he's talking about OnlyFans, he's talking about, would you let your girlfriend have an OnlyFans? Now that's something that affects a lot of people. Like that's something that could affect me, could affect you, could affect a lot of people. So it's actually worth thinking about. You know, it's worth thinking about that sort of stuff. But all this other fake shit about, oh, I lost 35 grand, 35 million on a fucking stock market thing, you're just sat there like, how the fuck can I relate to this? I can't. It's not real, you know? And the other thing is what he was saying on Waffling, Joe Weller was saying on Waffling, is that this is why people are like now stepping away from all the like sexy clothes and shit like that. And what I mean by like sexy clothes, and yes, there's viewer discretion is advised, we're going to be talking about some adult shit here. Like when you go, like there's a shop over here in the UK called like Ann Summers, right? And you get this like skimpy underwear, skimpy clothes, all the rest of it, right? And it's like you have to find this attractive. You have to find this attractive, you know. And this is made to look attractive. And a lot of the time, I just think, nah, it's not even that attractive. Do you know what I mean? It's not that attractive. You're just like, nah. But have a girl that's just dressed nicely, where things are kept to the imagination a little bit. You know what I mean? We're not saying a little bit, but like things are kept to the imagination. She's presented herself lovely. I find that more attractive than I do if a girl's just like got her tits out and her ass hanging out. You know, that's just dirty to me. You know, I'm not gonna lie, like that. That's just more attractive if a girl's presented herself nicely than just displayed everything out on the table. You know, that's just me. I don't know how other people think. Everyone's different, but that's the way I look at it. Because, you know, again, people want real. Like, a girl that's dressed in, like, all everyday sort of clothes, like, office or whatever. Office. Let's just say she's dressed in her office clothes, yeah? It's not meant to look sexy. It's not a sexy outfit, let's say, but it's real, you know? It's what you'd see her in. So that's why it's more attractive to see her in that than it would be in something that she doesn't wear. Do you see where I'm going with this? So people want real. People want that realism. They don't want no fake shit anymore. We've had too much fake shit plastered in our face for so freaking long. We're fed up with it now, you know? We're so fed up with it. Let's looking at these comments again. Somehow, some way. I know I used to just swipe and it used to just come up. Ah, we go. Sorry, wrong swipe. Hey, well, that's life now, lol. Back then, things were better than now. Oh, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Things were a lot better that, you know, back in the day, like back in the 60s and so on and so forth. Because, you know, like, people had morals back then, you know? People had morals. People had some etiquette about them. And, yeah, I go against the grain in, like, society and all that. Like, big time. Like, big time. Just seeing if Adam is actually gone onto this server real quick. before I end it, because I've not put a setting on that I want to put on. I don't think he is. Doesn't appear to be so. No, good, okay. Sorry, people. I am with you when the game stops lagging everywhere. Righty tidy. Yeah, but back then, like, as you were saying, like, you know, things were better. Things, like, people have morals, people have some etiquette about them. And even though I go against the grain of society, I go against that, like, oh, I'm not a part of society. Like, it's just annoying to think that now every cunt wants to be like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, everybody wants to, oh, I don't want to be a part of society. Oh, no, society sucks. Now we've got this, like, whole fucking thing where, like, people have distanced themselves in the wrong way. They've gone and put themselves in a cage. And in this cage, all you're seeing is this fake stuff. You know, now everyone wants to be the menace. Everyone wants to be the gangster. Everyone wants to be the fucking bad guy, you know? Like, it's just, like, fucking stupid, you know? Like, people are trying to condone, like, bad behaviour and stuff like that. It's just fake. When that film, Suicide Squad come out, or Legend, and, you know, they're talking about being criminally insane, you know, suffering from, like, psychosis or schizophrenia and stuff like that, and being a little bit wacky. Now everybody wants to be fucking wacky now. Everybody wants to have schizophrenia. It's like, that's not even a laughing matter. It's so fake. It's so fake. You know, you see in all these videos of people going, "Oh, I'm mentally insane." You know, no, you're not. No, you're not. You are so passive and so tame. You are not mentally insane. Yeah, that's a good little rhyme. That. Just getting these settings done up. Oh, no, it's not friends only, it's all people. That's what we want. Right, there we go. Friendly fire. Let's take down 28, 1918. Yep, that'll do. Cool. Sorry about that. But, yeah, I've lost my train of thought now. Yeah, that's it. Everyone wants to be the bad guy. Everyone wants to be insane and all the rest of it, which they do, you know. And it is wrong. No, you know, all these people that are putting on an act, you know, they're faking, they're pretending, they're playing a part, you know. If you want to play a part, then become an actor. Come and join me on the YouTube, eh? But if you want to be real, then be yourself. Don't put on this act. And I suffered with that, you know, I'm not going to lie, I suffered with that as well, you know what, I was putting on a lot of acts for a lot of people, and it fucked me up here. Just grabbing a glass of Coca-Cola. This is our sponsor, Coca-Cola. Diet Coca-Cola. But yeah, no, you can't put on an act your whole life, you have to just be yourself. Be real. You're gonna get people that respect you so much more than they would do if you. People will respect you more if you're being real than if you're being fake. Just be real, you know. You don't have to always be this fake thing, you know. You just keep shit real all the time. Just be yourself, you know. And if people want to judge you for that, if people want to be mean to you because of that, they don't like who you are, fuck them, trust me, you know, take it from me, because, like I said, I put on an act for a lot of people that I thought were my friends, and they turned out to be the biggest fucking shit cunts you could ever fucking know, you know. They weren't there for me, they were using me, and I put everything on the line for them just to use me. So always be yourself. With a girl, always be yourself. In your mates, with your lads, always be yourself. You know, never ever fucking change unless you have to make that change to improve yourself. But other than that, don't be making changes for other people. Never fucking do it. Trust me, because it will fuck you up here. Right, Chantal, I'm just about to swipe your comment so I can read it. I agree, mate. People are seeing too much fake stuff on TV nowadays, especially when it comes to it. When you oh god, the comments fading away. When you wanting to buy certain things, they accept if lower standards to them, don't let them change you. Yeah, no, exactly, exactly. You know, everyone wants to be rich as well. Like, you know, this whole need to buy a fast car. Like, I've even got my bros in the Bistards crew. You know, Bistards crew is basically, just to go into that quickly, is basically a group of friends. We're not a club. We're not any sort of MC or MCC. We're not an RC. We're just a crew. You know, we're a crew of bikers, and we kick it hard together. We go to rallies. We have a good time. We don't belong to anyone. We live free, we ride free, we go wherever the fuck we want to go and do whatever the fuck we want to do. You know, that's the way we roll. So that's a little insight into the Bistards crew, which I'm in. But there's a chappie in there, right? I'm not gonna say his name, but he's a fucking top bloke, right? I'm not sat here slagging him off or anything right now. I love the guy. I think he's amazing. He's really helped me out the shit a couple of times, but he is always going, take your big bike test, take your big bike test, take your big bike test. Saying to him, look, dude, it costs £870. I said, that's almost an entire wage packet for me. I said, I've just got a place of my own. I've got a vehicle to pay for, I've got food, I've got electric, I've got gas to pay for. I can't justify spending that amount of money. And he's like, oh, just sell stuff then. I'm like, dude, it's not that simple. Like, you don't get it. Like, I am just starting out in this property. I have been living at my mum's, and Chantel, Alex, you know, you guys are going to know. I was living at my mum's for a very long time, and I flee the nest at age 20. Well, I say 26. I did flee the nest once for like 3-4 months. I lived somewhere else, and then I come back and then flee the nest again here, which I've been living here now for nearly 5 months, almost 6 months now, getting on. You know, I'm just starting out here, and you know, there's a lot of responsibility, you know, riding on you. And it's not like I expected my mum to do the cleaning and all the rest of it, sort out the bills and whatnot. You know, it's just that's what she did. It was boom, 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 done. You know, I come back from work, everything's done. I'm like, Mum, you don't have to do this, and she's like, yeah, but I'm here. So like, you know, you're coming back. You know, Mum's not here now, and you're coming back, and you're like, right, okay, I've got to do this shit myself. And you kind of realize that actually maintaining a house is pretty full on. Not gonna lie, like, you know, not gonna lie at all. Just looking at the comment now, Alex. Yeah, when you were doing your cowboy vids at the time. Yeah, exactly. And again, a lot of free time, bro. A lot of free time to do that, you know. And now it's like, you know, it's snowing outside right now. I have to take you guys to the window to show you the snow. It's snowing outside right now, you know, I'm knackered from work, I've been working hard, you know, I don't really want to be going out and filming any movies at the minute, so I've just set up this server, put that on, lovely jubbly, that's now rolling over, gonna start playing some games in a minute with the boys, you know, and that's what I do, you know, and to be quite honest, I'm still taking my time with the movie stuff, but again, it's not having the time to do all that now, you know, I really want to, you know, but it is just a case of, you know, you need that downtime. I can't always be working, you know. I can't be at work, working like 10-hour fucking shifts, 10, sometimes 12-hour shifts I'm working at work. And then coming back, then full on working on the YouTube, writing scripts, getting the soundtracks, putting the movies together, going out filming and doing all that. And then I'm just not having that rest time in between where I'm taking the chill pill, having the time out, doing my stuff, you know, because that stuff is so important for people to do, is to take that time for yourself. Take your downtime, have your downtime, because I piled it on myself for years, man. Like, you know, social stuff piled on me, YouTube I piled on me, work, relationship, anything, everything was piled on me. And after years and years and years of anxious thinking, it just knocked me back. Like, I really come down with it. It went from like, okay, this is anxious. Like, I'm an anxious person, kind of nervous. And years of being like that to bang, you've now got severe anxiety and depression. And it crept. Like, you know, I say it crept up. it didn't come on suddenly, but you know, it's these gradual things. And when you reach that, or I should really say low point, because it's not really a high point, it's a low point. When you reach that rock bottom point, you realise how fucked things are, and how you've really messed yourself up, because you've always been going, always, always, always been going, and you've just got to stop sometimes. You know, you've got to put on the brakes and say, nope, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to give myself the time and the respect that I need to just unwind, have that downtime. Keep your brain active too. Always keep your brain active, because I fell into this, like, when I'm going through the anxiety and depression, I fell into shutting off and numbing my brain with, again, like social media, what we was talking about before, social media videos. Excuse me, sorry. Fucking hell, Doc Holiday over here. You know, numbing myself with social media videos, and it was kind of like making my brain just melt. Like, my memory was shit. Everything was just begun to be really shit for me. So I've started doing these exercises. Let me show you. Now, if you've got a handful of change, this is going to be really good. So, you got your money in your hand. There you go. So I've got like 50p's there, a couple of 5p's. Oh no, that's 3 5p's, a 20p and a 10p, right? Let's try and, it's like a little magic trick here. There you go, you can see, like, I knew that was going to happen. Anyway, so I got my money in my hand, right? I put my money in my pocket. This is a good brain exercise now. Now I'm jumbled the coins up. This is no magic trick, because I can't, if I cheat at this, I'm only cheating myself out of the brain exercise, so there's no point in cheating. So you grab the pennies, or the pennies, and you go, right, okay, so what have I got here? So you try and, okay, that feels like a 50p. Okay, that was a 50p. So you're guessing each time what each penny is by using your senses of your hand and the feel of the penny, the shape of the penny, which is actually helping your brain to identify stuff. And it's working your brain. Watching all these bloody Facebook videos, all the rest of it, is not working your brain. This will be working your brain. What have we got here? I got my thinking face on now. I'm going to go with the 10p. Oh, yo! Look at that! I didn't even look. Look. Because what's the point? What is the point in cheating this? Because I'm only cheating myself out the brain exercise. That's a 50. Oh, look at that! To be fair, I've been doing this quite a bit. $20. No, 20p. Yeah, got that. But I think the rest are all just 5p's now, yeah, judging from what I've seen. Yeah, no, that's like every one I've got right. And that is from just doing that constantly whenever I've got spare time. You know, working my brain and stuff like that. Also knowledge as well. Like, watch some stuff to do with history. Learn history. You know me and my history, I love it. Also, the other one as well is get yourself a blindfold. Is to get yourself a blindfold. Blindfold yourself. Try and walk through your house. Get from, say, your living room to your kitchen, or from one side of the house to the other, completely blindfolded, so you can't see a thing. You're depending on your senses, you're depending on your touch, you're depending on your visual memory of your house to get from one side to the other. And that is a really good way to train your brain. So, you know, this whole thing about, like, with me taking away social media, all the rest of it, you know, I am on a mission to really, like, rid the social media out of my life, rid it all, because it's so fake. You know, I always think back to the times as well, like, you know, oh, back when I was younger, times were so much more simpler. Yeah, because we didn't have the complications. You know, and I think this, I know a lot of people think, you know, when they go back to their childhood, you know, they think it was better, but, you know, we didn't have the complications that we do today. You know, we didn't have the vast amount of information, you know. Like, I always think to myself, like, wow, you know, things were kind of cool when I was living in the village and I was like disconnected from like what was going on. And people say that's bad, you know. I even say that's bad. I learned a lot like leaving the confines of my village, you know. But at the same time, why do we need to? Why? Why? You know, to expand your mind, to become wise, to broaden your mind, to become educated. You don't need any of that. You don't need to go to these other countries to find out what 2 fucking plus 2 equals. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's not that cut and dry, but you know what I mean. Because if you put it into the context of like these gurus that lived up in the mountains in Asia, you know, and they become one of the most wisest people, you know, like the monks that live in like Asia, you know, they're really well connected in their mind, and their minds are very clear, very broad. Have they gone around the world? Did they go around the world back in the day? That's what I'm talking about now. Yeah, okay, they go around the world now, and they go and see people now because they've become an icon. But back when they weren't so much an icon and no one really knew about them, did they go around the world then? No. They stayed in the confines of their village, and they were living in the present moment and dealing with what they've got. Making good, building their empire from home. And that's what a lot of us have got to do. Fuck all going on these expensive holidays. Fuck all that, you know, these big expensive holidays, big fancy hotels. Oh, I've got to pretend to be rich for a day. Why? Just do what you got to do at your home. Like, build your empire, because that's what you're going to be coming back to. You know? Go on adventures, go on hikes, go on trails, you know? Go on holiday. I'm not saying don't go on holiday, but as for people saying that it broadens the mind and, oh yeah, no, you learn a lot, Yeah, okay, you may learn some stuff about different cultures, but you still got to come back here. You still got to build up your empire, you know? This guy I know, he went travelling around the world and he done all this stuff around the world. Yeah, I'm really smart, you know, he's saying to me. And he now lives in a 1-bedroom flat. He spent all of this time going around the world, learning these other cultures, to come back here and to be fucking broke. Because he decided to spend out all of his cash on broadening his mind. Now, if he didn't do... Yeah, okay, it's good that he's done that, but if he had just saved the cash, worked harder, or set up his own business here, built his empire here, he would have been better off. So sometimes going on these big adventures around the world, they're great. I'm not saying don't do them, but I'm saying don't forget about your empire here, because this is the shit you got to come back to, unless you're going off to go and build an empire somewhere else. Then in which case, yeah, go over there. You know, you got to build your empire, man. You know, if everyone who was building Rome, just went on a binge around the world, Rome wouldn't have been built. They had to still keep going at it, you know? And then they built this beautiful thing, which is today called Rome. Anyway, right, let's read some comments now. Sorry, people. Things don't come cheap. Chantel says, sorry, things don't come cheap at all, and it's not easy to get the basic stuff in life, even nowadays, sorry, it started to fade then, as it's now more expensive compared to what it was years ago, but some don't realise that. Exactly, inflation is a damn true thing. Wait, people, here we go, we got snow. Camera don't do it justice, of course it doesn't, that we have actually got like a lot of snow coming down right now. It is a lot of snow, but the camera don't see it like that. It's cool. I've got snow all over my face now. There's nowhere for me to really stand. Right, my phone's going to get wet, so this is going to be interesting. I was like nervous when I did my first video, but now I'm happy to share my moments to the world, lol. Yeah. Success, Alex, is don't get addicted to those numbers, don't get addicted to those views and stuff like that and what people say about it. Success is whether you are happy where you are right now. If that is the case and you are happy, you're chilled out, you're having a good time, love life, you're being successful, bro. If there's a problem, sort that problem out, you know? That's being successful. If you have a problem that comes to your life and you just sit in a corner and cry about it, it's going to get you nowhere, trust me. I did the whole sitting in the corner crying about it. Didn't get me anywhere, man. Sometimes you got to grab it by the fucking horns. Send it, mate, you know? Absolutely send it, my bro. You need to think of number one first, mate. Okay, always put your health, because your health gets affected. You're unable to do basic things that you want to do. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Do you want to build a snowman? Yeah, I don't think it's quite snowman time just yet. I'm going to let it go a little bit longer, but yeah, no, it's beautiful, beautiful. And being in the static home, it's quite warm in there. Do you know what? When it wasn't snowing, it was colder than it was when it's actually snowing. When it's snowing, it's not too bad. I always find that. I think it like creates like some kind of like insulation or something. But when you get that really deep snow, really deep, you know, you notice the sound just muffle. You know, everything becomes really quiet. It's great. I love it. The trees, everything looks so pretty. You know, with the snow on them. You know, that's another thing. Always appreciate your environment. One thing I've learned as well, like, you know, I'm right here, right now. You know, I'm not. Yeah, okay, I'm playing video games. I'm in the land of World War I. I will be in a minute after this stream, but really appreciating that environment that's around me. Look at it. Fucking beautiful, isn't it? Tasha's just messaged me going, it's still snowing, oh my god. We woke up this morning, I mean, like, and Tash, I sort of was like, oh, I'll go back to bed, you know. And Tash's like, oh my god, it's fucking snowed. I'm like straight out of bed like a big kid, you know. Straight out of bed like a big kid. Oh yeah, by the way, my little thing, because these videos won't get monetized because I'm smoking in them, but maybe I should say, don't smoke, kids, it's bad for you. There you go. We're all good now. It's starting to settle again on where, because all this was clear, and now because of it's constantly coming down. But I've got work tomorrow. I'll be careful because these wooden steps get quite slippy. Oh, in fact, I'll lose signal if I go around there. I did try and do a stream on like Brother Shep, and basically I was doing it around there, all in front of that lot, all in front of that trailer, just doing my live stream, and I ended up just losing a lot of signal. It's buffering, it's glitching out constantly. It was awful, absolutely awful. Beautiful snowflakes though. We haven't had a proper decent snowfall in quite some time. People say global warming. I was saying that to myself the other day on my bike. I was like, you know, people say global warming, and I was sat there freezing my tits off. I'm like, I don't feel fucking warm. I know it gets much deeper than that though. My personal belief though, and this could be another live stream, when I get the information, and like when I sit down with like all the information and stuff, and this could be another live stream that I talk about, and that is that I believe that this global warming is gonna result in an ice age, or a mini ice age like we did have in the Victorian times. Gonna do some research on that, mini ice age, genuinely a thing. Let's read some comments. So Chantel says, we've just gone into our summer. Yeah, no, it's weird. Like, you guys have Christmas Day and it's like sunny as fuck, and you guys are in your like bathing suits and your swimming pools and stuff, because you get the nice weather, we get the snow. I love it. How's work going, mate? Yeah, no, work's going good, mate. Work's going okay. We've hit our busy time. We've really hit our busy time. But you know, that's to be expected. It seems like we're preparing for like winter way before winter. You know, making all these like cardboard boxes to put all this like product into and stuff like that. You know. So yeah, it's been pretty flat out. But I think we've got like another week and a half left, and then we get like a massive holiday. So you know, I'll be basking up just to do some more streams and you know, start making. I have some like free time on my hands then, and what with the weather being as it is, I'm not going to be going out riding. But I'll be able to do some like projects, maybe some YouTube stuff, maybe start editing, retraining myself on Adobe After Effects again, get back into it. So yeah. But anyway, people, I've got this server going now at this present moment in time, but I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you watched all the way into the end, fair enough. I know we've had some of the hardcore viewers staying all the way to the end. Thank you very much for sticking around, and hope you enjoyed today's subject. So, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so to this channel, and also head over to Chain Productions, which is where the movies are going to be going, a lot of the creative stuff, songs, all that jazz, that's going to be going over there. This channel will have some YouTube stuff, like some movie stuff, creativity, maybe I might even put some music videos on here, because that's going to be in the making as well. Some of my songs are going to be made into music videos, but you know, as a whole, this is it. You know, going to be talking a lot, staying in contact with a lot of people who have been dedicated to this channel. At one point, I was thinking about closing down this channel, but then I thought, you know what, the amount of amazing people that I've met on this channel who have followed me, watched me progress, I'm not going to turn this channel off. You know, this channel's going to be on. I'm going to be doing a lot of live streams, a lot of discussions, and all the rest of it. Maybe like even do some like New Year's. Maybe I might even go live on New Year's. You know, just for you guys, I'll go live on New Year's. You know, because I started this year on a negative. You know, I had a death in the family. Let's put it that way. Had a death in the family, and you know, that's kind of set the tone for the year. But now I'm not starting next year on a negative. I'm starting next year on a positive with a beer in my hand, my brothers around me, and I'm going to be having a good time, because that's the way you got to do it. But anyway, people, you have a good one, you take it steady, and I shall see you later. You take care of yourselves now. Just reading the last comment now from Chantel. Take care and look after yourself, mate, and like I always say, keep the comment faded away. Always keep, like I always, sorry, mate, and like I always keep saying, please stay positive. Will do, Chantal. You too. Biggest love down there. Hope you're having a good time, and don't forget, put another shrimp on the barbie. Take it easy, people. You have a good one. See you later, Bigfoot. See you later.